Don't we all want to easily get tons of emeralds for villager trades? Hi, I'm Empyrean Dragon, and this is episode 5 of my Cobblemon series. Today, I want to expand my villager trades to get even better enchanted books. I'll need to fix up a few things and gather some supplies, but we can ride our Pokemon to help us get where we need to go. Then, a bit later, I'll build a Smithy to help me get emeralds much easier and much faster for these trades. And we'll end the episode with the capture quest. But before we jump into the video, let me explain what changed with the minimap. If we take a closer look at the map, we now see sprites for all the Pokemon that spawn near us. I think this is a great quality of life improvement and will help me see what Pokemon are without having to try and read their names. This will be especially helpful for the capture quest. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. It is time to work on getting even more villagers. So let's make sure we get some more minecarts, more rails, and just make sure we've got everything we need to get all the villagers in there. Alright, well, I need to find a dark oak forest for my build. I ran out of dark oak saplings and I need to get some more, so let's take a look at our map here and see where the closest dark oak stuff is. To find dark oak, we need to make sure we go to a dark forest of some kind. Luckily, this map makes it super easy to track down where one is, and it looks like the closest one is way down here. You can actually see there's mushrooms. That's typically a good indicator that there is dark oak. Because there's a long distance to go and it's going to be a lot of traversing over water, unfortunately, I don't think Titan is going to come along for this one. I think we can actually use Pidgeot to fly all the way there really quickly. Alright, I'd also like to invite you guys to leave a comment below, what should I name my Pidgeot? As well as my other Pokemon. I have a name for my Gyarados, and that is Shark. I still need names for my Badoo, my Grottle, my Braixen, and my Pidgeot. So leave a comment down below what you think we should name them. And while you're in the comments, please feel free to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I discovered that how fast a Pokemon can fly or run is actually based on their speed stat. And that's really cool. And to kind of show you what I'm talking about, if we look at our Pidgeot here, it's got a sassy nature. If we go to its stats, sassy actually isn't that great of a nature because it lowers the speed stat, which is only 71. But if we level up our Pidgeot to, let's say even level 50, level 75, the speed stat's gonna get a lot higher, and eventually our Pokemon will start to fly faster because of it. It also looks like my Pidgeot's speed IVs kind of suck. But we were giving it some speed EVs, and we can definitely increase EVs pretty easy by defeating Pokemon that give speed EVs. So I think I'll probably spend some time trying to train Pidgeot so it's just fast in the sky because I want to continue to fly wherever I need to go. I believe we can also make vitamins that will help increase our speed IVs on Pidgeot. And if we can get those to 31 and also get a mint to change Pidgeot's nature away from sassy, hopefully something that actually increases the speed stat, we'll start to be able to fly around much faster. Oh, there it is. You can see some dark oak. I'll need to make sure that I grab plenty of saplings this time. I don't want to have to run out at home just to fly back here over and over again. Oh, hello, zombie. You don't need any of your nonsense around here, boy. Yeah, that's right. Stay dead this time. There we go, 5 more saplings, excellent. 7 more, even better. Got so many saplings from that one tree. How come I didn't get this many when I chopped my own tree down the first time? Check it out. Slowking. Wow. This is cool to see. Slowking is kind of a funny Pokemon in my opinion because it's got this weird neck thing around it, but that is cool to see it in the wild. It's also quite large. I never expected Slowking to be as tall as a person, but it is. Ooh, there's a Murkrow too. Murkrow's kind of cool. Alright, we now have 14 saplings. That's just from chopping down 2 trees. So, I don't know why I didn't get enough saplings before, but those are much, much better spawn rates for these leaves. Speaking of leaves, let's take our leave and head back home. Ah, home sweet home. We can fly over our iron henge. We'll just land back home and take a nice, well-deserved rest. Okay, after that excursion, we have 14 more dark oak saplings, so that should be lots and lots of dark oak. You can plant one right there, plant another right there, plant another there, and we've got space for one more. Go ahead and plant it right here. Keep extra saplings in our chest. Anyway, I want some dark oak planks so I can fix up the library a little bit. Oh, there's a cat in the boat. Oh. I'm sorry, cat. Oh. I didn't know cats could drop string. So now we've got a little over a stack of emeralds, so that should give us plenty to do a few more trades, lock them in, so let's do it. Okay, we just got an Unbreaking 3 book. It's 45 emeralds, but Unbreaking 3 is the highest enchantment you can get. So I'm going to lock in that trade. Can now break this lectern. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I hit the villager. Oh, that was so dumb. Be careful, don't accidentally hit your villagers because they will get mad and increase their prices for you. But this should go away over time if I just leave them alone. So you can just stay in that box and cool off. I'm so sorry I did that. That was not very nice. I recently made an incredible discovery about this Cobblemon Ride-On mod that I have installed with the rest of this Cobblemon pack. Cobblemon Ride-On allows you to ride different Pokemon, and different Pokemon can either swim or fly, and it started raining during my explanation, but that's okay. But as part of this mod that I have to ride these Pokemon, you can also ride them underwater. And when you are riding a Pokemon that swims underwater, you can breathe underwater with your Pokemon. Let me demonstrate. So we're just gonna go underwater here with our Gyarados. And as you can see, Gyarados changes a little bit when he goes underwater. He like lengthens out. But look at this. My breathing gauge is not going down. I can stay underwater as long as I want to and just swim with my Gyarados. This is so cool, but this means I could just stay on Gyarados, ride underwater. This is gonna be super good for doing anything underwater, really, but also being able to raid underwater temples. Or if I have to swim underwater to dig into a cave like we did for Shipwreck Cove, I mean, this is quite game-changing. So I just wanted to show you guys this. This is just one of the coolest things about this. I will say this though, there are Pokemon who can ride on the lava, but that does not mean I can go in the lava. But having water breathing while riding a Pokemon underwater, that is very, very cool. That's interesting. I'm gonna sleep. I already have Silk Touch, so I'm not too concerned about getting a different one. Whoa. Hello. LGM, okay. Wow, you're unexpected. It's a cool spawn, that's for sure. LGM is a psychic type Pokemon. And yeah, that was my first time seeing one. That was very interesting. Hey, little guy, wow. It just floats around. Bro, go away. So glad they burn in the sunlight. Alright, I already have a Silk Touch book. Wait, what? How did a bee get in here? Everything in here is sealed off. Did a beehive just happen to spawn on something somewhere? That's so strange. Just a random bee. Alright, I'm assuming you've changed your trade. Oh, you haven't? Okay, well, Silk Touch for 11 is cool, but I already have a Silk Touch trade. Eventually we'll get to a point where emeralds will be easier to get, so I'm not too worried about that. Infinity! Okay, I like that. I'll take that, I'll lock that in for you. I only really need one Infinity book, but getting it now is great. Okay, next villager. Feather Falling 4. Oh, that's interesting. Apparently, Feather Falling also reduces Ender Pearl teleportation damage. I had no idea. That's actually really cool and is kind of more incentive for me to get Feather Falling on my boots, especially when in the end. But I am not too worried about Feather Falling, but that is very cool. Curse of Vanishing. I am playing in a solo world, so I don't need any curses. Flame. Okay, hold on, because we've got Infinity here and Flame here. So I actually really like Flame. So yeah, those two can be my arrow trade villagers. That's fine. Plus, those books are pretty cheap, so we're still doing decent on our emerald stash. You're next, buddy. Give me something good. Frostwalker. So give me something good. Protection 4. That's probably the best I'm gonna get, right? I mean, I can get Protection 5 from these Protection 4 books. Let's keep trying. I am very interested in that one, but I think we can do a little better. Power 3. Not as concerned about power. Mending. Already got mending. Mending for 16? Okay. That's just too good. Mending for 16. I didn't even know mending books could get that cheap. That is so good. Okay, well, I guess we'll have double mending for a while until they level up. That's okay though. We can always just get more villagers. That's the whole point of this library. We want to just fill this library with any of the good trades we find and all the things we want to get. But mending for 16, I can't pass that up. That's too good. I'll make it so much easier just to get mending on all of my gear. It's just excellent. Okay, there's a creeper. Let's carefully deal with this. Oh. Looks like some of the llamas weren't as lucky. Also appears that my Fletchers weren't as lucky. Looks like I'll have to heal up my Fletchers here. Or Fletcher, I should say. I guess the other one died. That means I'm gonna need more Fletchers too. I'll also need to finish covering the roof, which I have not gotten to yet. That is such a shame. We'll have to deal with that as soon as I can. Let's see, I do have a spider eye, but I don't have a way to craft potions. I could try and find a cleric at a village. There's a cleric at a village, that means there's a brewing stand. I also remember, even if I do get a brewing stand, I'll still need blaze powder. I'm gonna have to make a tough decision here. I could just slay the villager since it's now a zombie and won't really be doing me much good. Then I can replace them with new villagers, new Fletchers. That way I still have access to the stick trades and getting more emeralds. And then I'll just need to make sure that I can keep them safe at night when mobs spawn. It's probably what's going to be the easiest, because even if I do get a hold of a brewing stand, I'm not ready to go to the nether yet, and I don't have a way to get blaze rods yet. So we won't be able to heal the villagers yet. So I guess I'll have to slay him. Alright, Fletcher. I'm so sorry. You lost your friend. You got turned into a zombie villager yourself. I know this isn't your fault, but it is your problem, and unfortunately, your problem has become my problem, and I'm gonna need you to go. Now, thankfully, these are lessons learned. I can improve this little hut to make sure that this won't happen again. So thank you so much for your sacrifice. Rest in peace. Alright, so a few problems with this little hut. First off, there's no roof, so let's get that taken care of. Second off, I'm thinking we do some fences around the edges there. Just take a couple of these. Maybe not like that. Let's make a fence gate, actually. Okay, so that should hopefully keep the villagers safe from being attacked by zombies, but I also want to make sure that zombies won't spawn in there, so let's get some torches in there. Torch there, and let's get that roof covered. This should be much safer. There's plenty of light in here so mobs won't spawn, and the Fletchers can just live in here and just stay safe and cozy in their little hut. Now that we have the new and improved Fletcher hut with the added roof and fence gate, let's get ourselves some new Fletchers. Well, we finally have a Fletcher to trade with again, and once that child grows up, he can also become a Fletcher. But until then, let's work on getting some more good trades. Okay, fire protection 3 can be pretty useful. I'm also planning to go to the nether, so fire protection could be really good. So this is something that I'm going to lock in. Many trade resets later. Fortune 2. I'm gonna take that because that means I can get Fortune 3 with just 2 Fortune 2 books, which is 30, which is great. And I can also use paper to lock in this trade. Great. Now we've got Fortune. In fact, I'm gonna need to make a new diamond pickaxe because I've got a lot of copper I need to mine using Fortune. Okay, we now have enough levels now that I've traded with some villagers. Let's enchant my diamond pickaxe, and I like to name my tools and weapons when they're enchanted. So I'm gonna say, I'll call this pickaxe How Fortunate, and we'll give it a little icon at the end too, because why not? Sounds like this iron farm is still working great. Yeah, look at this. So much iron is starting to pile up in here. We'll start doing this actually. Now that our iron farm has been working so well, I actually want to get different types of villagers again. For these ones, I'm thinking I'm going to get the smithing villagers, both the weaponsmith and the armorsmith, because they take iron as trades for emeralds. This will be a great way for me to get lots of emeralds very quickly, especially since we have such a large stockpile of iron now. So let me figure out where I want them to set up shop, and let's get some more villagers. I found a good place for the smithy. It's gonna go right here, so it's gonna be kind of next to the library, close to the villager breeder. It's gonna be along the water here, and there's plenty of space. I just gotta do a little bit of terraforming, and then we can get building. Diamonds, let's go! Haha! Oh no, my inventory's full. Yes, we can do without the sticks. Very nice. This is really interesting. I can turn Deep Slate into a Heartstone, which boosts the power of the holder's rock-type moves. That's really cool. I thought I could turn Deep Slate into Deep Slate bricks or Deep Slate tiles, but I guess it needs to be cobbled Deep Slate, which is a little annoying if that's the case. We do have some diamond ore, so let's use how fortunate. See how much we get. What? I don't know if you guys heard that sound, but that means that something shiny spawned. So if we come over here... Oh. Yeah, here it is. This is a shiny ladybug. Yeah, so we'll just scan that. Level 23. That's so awesome. Oh, I don't want to lose this. So the way I'm handling things like shinies or legendaries, if they spawn, is that I'm going to catch them, of course. So let me just quickly make a boat. Oh, I do not need to make a crafting table. Whoopsie. Oh, where did it go? Where is it? Oh, okay, it's right here. So let me just make a boat really quick. I'm pretty sure I can just stick it in a boat. Get in the boat. Come on. Get in the boat, ladybug. Come on. Not you, Plusle. Just push this into the boat. Okay, let's take this back to base. I guess I need to be prepared with Pokeballs because I was not very prepared for this guy. Now, unfortunately, it is a ladybug of all things, and ladybug is kind of a weak Pokemon. I think its special defense stat is its only good stat, and everything else kinda sucks. Oh, but you can see up there, that's a regular ladybug up there. This one is very different. So let me just grab Pokeball. Let's catch it in a netball since it is a bug type. Let's see, can I just throw it at it while it's in the boat? Yeah, that totally worked. All right. Let's go! We just got our first shiny Pokemon. This is so exciting. All right, let's take a look at our new shiny ladybug friend. But before we do that, make sure you leave a comment below. What should we name our shiny ladybug? I want a really good name for this thing. All right, so if we take a look here, bug flying. It's got the ability Early Bird. Come and look at its moves. Comet Punch, Roost, Mach Punch, Safeguard. That's pretty typical. Ladybug is more of a supporter type Pokemon. It's not very strong on its own, but it can set up moves that help its teammates. If we look at its stats, it's got some IVs that are kind of all over the place and no EVs. But it looks like it's ready to evolve right away. So let's evolve it. I don't see any reason to wait. Oh, look at this thing. And it sparkles too. That's so cool. It's apparently ready to evolve right away. So let's go ahead and evolve it into Ledian. All right, here is shiny Ledian. Look how cool it looks. I've always thought that Ledian kind of looks like a superhero. And so I've always kind of liked Ledian's design, even though Ledian is pretty weak. If we look at it now that it's evolved, let's see if it's got any new moves now that it's evolved. Nope. Okay. But if we look at its stats, everything is below 45, except for its special defense, which is 61. If we look at Braixen's stats, we can see that at level 19, Braixen has stats in the 40s to mid 30s, nothing lower than 29 at level 19. Ledian is level 23, and it's only got 2 stats above 35. That's not great, but this is a super cool Pokemon to get as a shiny. I think it's really cool that it's pretty yellow, and it's got a nice gradient on it too, and it literally just sparkles. So I think that's super cool. So welcome to the Team Ledian. That was a super cool surprise. In Cobblemon, shiny Pokemon have a 1 in 8,192 chance of spawning. That means this was an incredibly lucky find, which is ironic because we did catch a ladybug Pokemon that was shiny. That's really cool. That was also our 6th teammate too. If you guys are enjoying this series, please remember to like this video and don't forget to subscribe. I get a lot of viewers who aren't subscribed, so I hope that if you are watching this and you've watched to this point, that you do subscribe. I plan on providing lots more content coming in the future, so please consider subscribing. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it shows that you're willing to support me as I grow this community. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so I've got this chest right here. This chest is going to contain everything that we need for this build. This isn't like any exact amount or anything. I am totally freestyling this build, but these are the materials that I plan to use to do so if you're interested in seeing. But now that I have a bunch of materials and hopefully enough to just finish this build in one shot, let's just get to building. I feel like this looks decent, pretty good, not bad. Did what I could with the roof and just trying to play with some birch. We come in here, we're gonna add in all of the job blocks. So grab a smithing table and let's see, I actually want to have access to a bunch of furnaces along this wall. So let's put these right there along that wall, and then I want to have grindstones out here. Maybe I'll also put some furnaces somewhere around here as well. Let's make sure the villagers can't jump over the wall, so we'll keep these a little bit off the wall and they can work right there. And we'll also need to get some gates for right there. All right, the trapdoors right here will keep the villagers from leaving this door. I'll have some fence gates here so they can't escape that way, and I also need to get some glass for right here. Let's get those last few finishing touches. Okay, fence gates there and glass window there. Excellent. Should not be able to escape, and they should be able to just get the job blocks from right here. So let's build again. It's a little plain on the sides. Eventually I'm going to get all sorts of blocks so I can properly decorate things how I want, like getting bushes or flowers and things like that. We're just not quite there yet, but we're getting closer and closer every episode. Let's now get the villagers into here. And if I open all those gates, I should be able to just drag a boat in. Okay, well, by having those there, that means they should not be able to get out in that direction no matter what. That way I can get more villagers here over time. And it doesn't look like he's got the iron trade, so let's break this. He doesn't either. Maybe they don't get the iron trades right away. Actually, not entirely sure. Dang it! Why you gotta walk in front of me, dude? Yeah, I think they just do tools first. That's okay. Okay, great. We've got 3 villagers in here to work with, so that's great. Now I just have to start trading with them, and eventually we can give them iron and be rich with emeralds. There we go. Now we can get lots of emeralds. What about you? Okay, you're the one angry with me, so that's a no. Well, eventually he won't be grumpy with me, but this is a great way for me to get lots of emeralds now. I mean, we got 31, probably had lots more before like spending more to trade with them. But eventually I'll get them all up to have their iron trades, just like that. We'll be able to go bop bop, get some emeralds, and we're already at 43. Yeah, 47 now. This is great. And these guys also give pretty good gear once they get all the way leveled up as well. Yeah, efficiency 2 axe and fortune unbreaking 3 shovel. This guy's got fortune, efficiency, and unbreaking diamond axe. That's actually not that bad of an axe. So we'll be able to get lots of emeralds from those guys, and that'll make trading with villagers much, much more efficient, especially with our iron farm. Alright, we've had a lot of exciting things happen. We were able to build ourselves a smithy. So now we've got some blacksmiths and weaponsmiths that'll give us lots of emeralds and good diamond gear. We also found a shiny Pokemon, which blows my mind because the odds of finding a shiny are so low. But we got one, and it's only episode 5. But alas, we still need to complete this episode's capture quest. For today's capture quest, we actually need to go find a Palafin. Now, Palafin is a first stage evolution, which means that for this, we can catch either Palafin or its pre-evolution, Finalizing. Both are these adorable little dolphin Pokemon, and Palafin has a really cool ability. Now, these Pokemon spawn in the ocean, and there is a pretty close ocean nearby, so let's go find one. Okay, we've made it to a beach. We've got this big ocean right in front of us. Ooh, actually, there's a cool Pokemon over here. Let's take a look. Looks like there's a Pikachu here. That's really cool. Go ahead and scan it. This isn't what we're looking for, but if you notice, its tail has a little dent on the back. Almost looks like a heart on its tail. That means this is a female Pikachu. Not only that, but it's got blue eyes. And Pikachu don't normally have blue eyes, but in Cobblemon, there is a Pikachu variant that can spawn at the beach. And this is called I think it's like a beach Pikachu or something like that. It's actually based on a Pikachu from the anime. And it was a Pikachu that could sense when giant tidal waves were gonna come in from the ocean. This is just such a cool detail to see a Pikachu like this. It was probably a skin created by someone who really loves Pikachu and the anime. I think that's just such a really cool addition. Now, we're looking for a Palafin, and since it's an uncommon spawn, I have no idea how long this is gonna take, but there's a dolphin there. That's not what we're looking for. But as I showed you earlier, we can actually use Gyarados here to swim around underwater, and this will be a huge help as we look for Palafin. So let's hop on top of Shark and let's get underwater. There is just a whole new variety of Pokemon underwater. There's a Frillish, there's an actual dolphin. That's not quite what we're looking for. Octillery's cool. Oh, hold on, I found something. So if we zoom in here on our map, there it is. There's a Pokemon called Finalizing, which means that is totally what we're looking for and totally up for catch. So let's go find it. Where is it? There it is, right there. It is much bigger than I was expecting. Hello, little guy. Level 31. Okay. Well, let's use Grottle and see if we can battle this thing. Yeah, we can totally battle this thing underwater. Alright, something else I want to do is just try a quick ball on the first turn. quick balls are the best at catching really quickly. Let's go! We got Finalizing! And then Crottle's just gonna kind of float up to the top. Let me get him in a Pokeball. Now, if you saw the notification on the bottom right, it said that Finalizing was sent to the PC. In Pokemon, you can only carry 6 Pokemon with you at a time. If you want to switch what Pokemon you're carrying, you're gonna need to go to a PC. So let's head on home and I'll show you what a PC is. Alright, so we're back home. Let's go to a crafting table and we can just type in PC. And as you can see, it's just some smooth stone, some copper, and some glass. So I'll actually craft one of these real quick. Okay, I got everything we need. So let's go ahead and build a PC. And I'm actually just gonna put it right here next to the bed. Now if you look at it, it's literally just a big old computer. But when we right click on it, this gives us access to our boxes. And our boxes are where any Pokemon we catch that won't fit in our party of 6, those Pokemon will end up here in these boxes. So if we go to box 1, here's the Finalizing we got. And you can get a brief summary. For example, it's got a lax nature, it's got the water availability, and it knows acrobatics, charm, dive, and double hit. And we can also switch out Pokemon from our box. So for example, if I want to bring Palafin and store Badoo in the box, we can do that. Or we can even just store Pokemon in the box if that's what we want to do. Now let's take a look at our new pal here. Wow, look how adorable this is. It just looks like a big plushie. It's so adorable. Now if we look at it in our menu here, we can see what it knows. Looks like it's got some good moves. I think I would like it to have Aqua Jet over double hit. And we can look at its stats here. It's got a defense up, special defense down. I don't really have an opinion on that nature. Wow, look at its IVs. It has a 1 in its speed IV, but everything else is 25 and special attack is 26. So this is a pretty impressive Finalizing. And of course it's got no effort values. That's really cool. And eventually it will evolve. I believe this thing will evolve at level 38. So we can definitely look forward to that. We managed to complete our capture quest today by catching the pre-evolution of Palafin, Finalizing. Now, don't forget to leave a name in the comments. What should we name our Finalizing here? And while you're there, don't forget to like and make sure you're subscribed. If you have watched all the way to this point of the video, you probably like what I'm doing. If that's the case, why not subscribe? It's free, and you can always unsubscribe later if you want to. But I don't think you will, because I have lots more Pokemon, Cobblemon, Minecraft content coming soon. So be sure you are subscribed so you can be ready for it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I am super excited to grow a new community here with you guys on YouTube, all about Minecraft, all about Pokemon, and any other games that are coming out soon. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, farewell.